Straight already. Si Congressman Kumangko kasi gusto niya magpatayo doon sa Pangasinan, sa Labrador, no? Sinurvey na niya, umabot na yata ng 70%. Wala pang operator yon. Pero he has already obtained the most difficult, which is the agreement of the local populace. Ayaw lang ng ibang obispo, pero yung mga tao gusto. Thank you po.
Yeah, so what is the process for that? Is there public hearing? Is there, umabot pa tayo ng may referendum ba yan? Or ano bang proseso para masabi na ang isang lugar, they do accept that a nuclear plant will be built in their area? Sige, any of you can answer.
Okay. Yeah. The most basic requirement is that any nuclear plant will require an ECC, which is the purview of the DNR, and the ECC requires public consultation. So, requirement even for a mine. So, lahat dapat mag-participate doon. So, yun ang isang requirement.
Okay, I'll pause muna, Dr. Arcilla. From the DNR, Mr. De Guzman, can you walk us through ano ho ba yung, kunyari, hypothetically, meron na pong magtatayo na, I think Meralco said you want to engage in nuclear, no? Correct, di ba? Publicly? Yes, kunyari, Meralco is going to set up a nuclear plant in, kunyari, sa Labrador, kasi yun yung lagi nababanggit. Ano po bang proseso ng DNR to secure acceptability and approval of the community?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, for the EMB, under our mandate, in particular, yung PD 1586 po, which is the Philippine Environmental Impact Statement System, it provides therein, under our Section 4 thereof, that all entities, may it be government or a private one, shall, before it will implement its project, shall secure first an ECC with the DNR or as delegated to the EMB. So no project shall be implemented without securing it first. So like this particular project, which is classified as environmentally critical project, it undergo a review which involves the stakeholders. So it's...
Can you give me more detail? So kunyari, Mr. De Guzman, let's say, kunyari nga, Labrador or whatever area, di ba? Magdo-notice kayo ng public hearing. Is that done with the local government? Is that done, do you just post it on Facebook? How do you...
Yes po.
How do you gather the individuals na gusto po mag-participate sa isang hearing?
Actually, the proponent will submit an environmental impact study to our office, and in coordination with them, we require them to process the necessary things and tasks and requirements to comply with all the regulations like the public hearing. And through the proponent and review committee, they will ask the stakeholders through a medium like notice, hearing, and conduct activity in the area to inform them that a project will be implemented.
So it's the proponent who does that. Sila yung gumagawa. And they just give you pictures or a report, basically.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron ba from DNR na nag-a-attend ng mga hearing? Kung merong hearing, do you attend?
Yes.
You do?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
So, merong at least one DNR person in all of these hearings to make sure na totoo nga yung mga hearing? Or you just accept the pictures and the reports of the proponents?
We are involved on the conduct of this study. And in fact, there is also a committee, a review committee, composed of experts. And one of those are members of the DNR.
Okay. This is really for my curiosity kasi syempre pag nuclear, I'm sure a lot of stakeholders want to be involved, di ba? Yung determination that consultation was done, paano nyo ma-determine that the community accepts this project? How do you determine that? I don't think you call for a vote, no? Hindi naman pwedeng vote, or is it if the LGU is does the LGU represent the people in that case? How do you determine that? Sige, we'll have Mr. De Guzman, then you may chime in, attorney.
I am with the technical official of our office, and in fact, he's the one who conducts this study with the proponent. So,
Pwede naman ho siya magsalita, sir.
Yes,
you
I
can get a
submit,
chair. Please
engineer.
get the gentleman a chair, please. Para hindi siya nasa sahig. Or you can join me here kung gusto mo, sir. Dito ka na magsalita kung gusto mo. Ayan, dyan. Sige, pwede rin.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. I am Engineer Carl Del Rosario of the EIA Management Division of the EMB. Just to clarify some of the requirements in terms of public participation under the Philippine EIS system. The process itself for environmentally critical projects require a full-blown EIA study. And
I'm only concerned about the public consultation.
yes, sir. So the thing with full-blown EIA, EIS studies, there is a need to have public participation at various stages of the process in terms of the permitting. So usually we have a scoping activity, which is a proponent-driven activity that requires participation from the affected LGUs. At the barangay level, we have the DNR Administrative Order 2017-15 that specifies the minimum members to be engaged in these activities. Any questions, sir? Okay. So along with this, sir, we usually, apart from the documentation as mentioned by Mr. De Guzman, we would often have participation, especially in the public hearing, as the EMB would serve as the public hearing officer for that activity. And usually, there are checks and balances in terms of the documentation, whether or not these hearings and transcripts are in order, sir.
So, kunyari, nag-consultation na kayo. May mga oppositor, may mga for and against. There are people who are for it, there are people who are against it. And again, this is not really in particular to this bill, but just in general, I'm just really curious. How do you determine kung masasabi mong tinanggap ng community na magtayo ng ganong planta or not? How would you determine that?
Approval from the local government and also.
Pwede na natin siya nare-record, sir, kung sakali. Yung parang loan na nila.
Sige, Director Aquino.
Mr. Chair, in terms of the process mapping, because we did it, what's indicated, and I think this is also partly covered by EVOS, the ECC compliance, environmental compliance certificate under DENR EMB, what's indicated is 120 days. And then our colleagues, Mr. Chair, from DENR can confirm that under the existing issuances, the presidential decrees mentioned, while it is true that an ECC can still be issued if there is, even if there is opposition, but the determination that the environmental impacts are acceptable and properly mitigated rests with the EMB, Mr. Chair. So even if there's opposition, if in the determination of the DENR EMB, it is mitigated, the project, they can issue an ECC. This is based on the DAO that we have on file for EVOS, Mr. Chair.
Okay, and what if the local government is objecting to it? Kunyari, what would be the process there?
Mr. Chair, what's going to happen based again on our process mapping is that if there's opposition on the part of the LGU can withhold the issuance of the business permit. So hindi rin po makakapag-proceed kapag ganun po.
And are there cases where the LGU is not in favor of putting up a plant and they withhold the business permit?
We have seen cases, Mr. Chair. I think that was part of the reasons why there was a strong push on the part of the Energy Department to have EVOS in place.
What is EVOS again?
The Energy Virtual One-Stop Shop Act, Mr. Chair, that in terms of the timelines, they have to observe it strictly under the threat of penalty, Mr. Chair, and it's a one-stop repository. So our energy investors only need to log on to the system to get the permits, and agencies are legally bound to issue the permits in the timeline specified in the EVOS Act for energy projects, Mr. Chair.
Was there anything in the PhilAtom law that talked about community approval or anything like that? Wala, no? You were following the DENR EMB process pa rin?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. During the House